Okay, everyone, back out in the shop here, back on this old dually. I got to get some work done. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to work on putting the engine wiring harness in. I'm going to show you guys here. This is the ones I used. I've used them well. I've used them a couple times. They seem to work really good for what I do, anyways. So yeah, so there's your product number and stuff. Basically, it drives, just makes that engine work. These are adapters to change your injector, depending on which injectors you have. But this is for a drive-by cable LS, right? So if you have the cable throttle body, which is what I like, because then the LS throttle cable fits the firewall of those square bodies just about perfectly. Then you just have to shorten it inside a little bit, and you can use your factory pedal and everything. So really nice, clean install. And but yeah, anyways, that's what I'm going to work on for now. Because if I get this wired up, get the engine wired up, clean, hook up the engine, or sorry, the truck wires that I need to. I think there's 3 or 4 that I got to hook up, integrate with this, and wire my pumps. Then we can maybe start this thing and see how it sounds and get it running good. So, and then I just have the factory ECU that I make work with this. So, and in this case, this truck, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in kind of behind the glove box and stuff. I'll stuff that ECU up in there and stuff to keep it out of harm's way. So, but first things first, I'll get this harness stretched out and start getting it on this get it on this old LS here. Okay, so I went ahead and laid my harness out on this little table here. I just want to show you guys a few things. So this is for the these are for the ECU and stuff, and your your OBD2. And then your book does tell you, it gives you a breakdown what all these wires are for, and everything's labeled. So it's actually pretty cool. You see how everything's labeled, and everything from here on out should plug in. The standalone harness should just work. I will need these pigtails because my injectors have this style of plug, and it converts them to that style there. So I need all these pigtails to adapt that. Hopefully, from this grommet, I can move this wherever to keep that tidy under the firewall. But this hopefully will all be in behind the dash, and the rest of this will just be laid out on the engine, all plugged in. And like I said, everything should, from the ones I did in the past, everything should just plug in and all work. So that's the plan. I'm going to go inside the cab. I'll probably pull the glove box out and stuff just to get an idea where's the best place to kind of tuck all this junk, so that I can access some of it if I have to, so like the fuses and stuff like that. And I'll probably put that, the OBD2 kind of under the dash so I can plug into it and stuff and make it work. And then everything else will just lay out in the engine as tidy as I can and plug it all in. And then, like I said, I do have to still, there's a handful, probably maybe 5 or 6, maybe a half dozen wires I got to integrate off the truck chassis, just, powers and stuff like that, just, and to the sensors and stuff, to the, if you guys watched me put that engine together with those sensors and stuff, just to make the original truck gauges work. So, but yeah, so I'm going to go look inside the cab and see what we can make room for this stuff, and we'll get this baby laid out on the engine there, see if we can make it look good on top of there. Okay, take a quick look at that truck, and I'll show you guys here. So for this grommet to go through the firewall, it calls for a 2-inch hole saw. And then, yeah, like I said, I can shuffle that and tuck as much wire under that dash as I want. So I'm going to show you guys here where I think I'm going to send it. It's almost like it's meant to be. You can kind of see, I can't point, but you can see there that kind of boss with a hole or with a dent in the middle. Well, I'll show you the inside. So keep in mind that's pretty near straight across from this plug, about 5 inches or something. So you can see just above the heater there, you can see where that's the wire I was talking about. About 5 inches over. It'll come through somewhere there. And then I got lots of room up in here and everything to just tuck that ECU and the fuse panel and stuff. And I think I'm just going to keep that little fuse panel up in there. If I have any issues, it's super easy just to drop the glove box just down out of the way, or it's 4 little screws just to remove it totally to where it's at now. So I think it'll be no problem to get up in there to do anything if I have to. And on my other little truck that I haven't had to fiddle with it once. So it seems to be pretty reliable. So hopefully that'll be good, and that'll be nice and clean. And then, like I said, I'll put my OBD2 just under the dash somewhere I can plug in, maybe just underneath the the ashtray or so, or maybe I'll stick it inside the ashtray and it'll be just out of the way because I don't use that ashtray anyways. I have it open with my little, I'll show you guys here, but my plugs for my little stereo, the plug your phone in and stuff like that. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get up in that engine bay there, take that cover off that engine, so a little more room, and I'll punch a little hole through there, and I think I'll make it look pretty clean. I don't know if I mentioned yet, but I don't mind this kind of stuff because it kind of looks a little factory, but if I want to make this truck look a little nicer too in the future, I might build a nice cover that kind of covers all that stuff too, and in which case it would kind of hide that as well. So, but it's you can see that firewall is kind of all original looking, and that's kind of what I'm going for on this truck anyways, because it was such a nice old original truck. Just kind of want to keep that vibe going, and we'll continue on, see how it works out. It'll be good, I think. And then yeah, so if I get that hole punched, then I'll stuff everything in there, and I can do up the engine side, and then deal with that stuff underneath the dash in a bit here. We'll see if I can. It's gonna be tight. I might have to try and get a angle drill or something, but handy because that's right. It's like it's got a center punch, right? And that's what it does. It tries to grab all that insulation in there. But I'll leave that poked through, see if I can go find it inside, see exactly where that thing is. Yep, you can see that's going to work out okay. It's a hair low. You can see the little divot there, but there's room here, lots of room. And then once I grommets in, them wires can just pop up. Maybe go through this little notch here or something. I think it'll work really good. I'll go get the hole saw and we'll make a bigger hole. There we go. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I'll go inside with a knife and just make room with that insulation, just so we don't make a big mess and I can keep it looking tidy. I might take my saw too inside and just cut the cardboard portion of it, but we'll get that tidied up and we'll lay this out on the engine and throw that harness through the firewall and get it in there. Okay, everyone, there we go. So it's actually pretty clean. I don't know, you can see some of my wires there. Well, the engine ain't clean. I got to clean that, but the wiring we got there. These wires will get tidied up better once they just have to go down to the starter and to my crank sensor, and I'll tidy those up, and the O2 sensor. But other than that, the engine harness is in. I'll show you inside there in a minute. So it's all installed. This is to my mass airflow once I get that. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And then I just got a few of these wires to run. Some of these I don't need. Some of them I don't need. Some of them are, I got like oil pressure and water temp and then a couple powers and stuff. And other than that, that's the rest can go away. I'll put some lume on them, make them look good. But I really like that. I like how it goes through the firewall. Looks clean, looks proper. We'll look inside quick. I have to tie. Oh, the other thing I'll show you guys too is I had to strip that fuse panel and stuff down to get it through the firewall. That was a job all by itself. And then we got a little harness in here. But yeah, so I got to tidy this up yet. Hook everything up, get it all tucked up in there. I'll go ahead and put my little fuse panel back together. I took a picture so that I wouldn't muck that up. But yeah, I'll get that all tucked back in there and hooked up proper, and hopefully we're looking good. Keep on plugging away, right? I did go ahead and hook up my wiring underneath for the starter and stuff while I was under here, because we got that harness in there, so the engine harness. So I tidied up the truck side of it too. There was just some powers and some, the start signal and the water temp and the oil pressure. Oh, which reminds me, I still have to plug in. I got that done. I just got to plug in the oil pressure sender. But let's lower this down, and then I'll show you guys some stuff I've been working on too, just getting closer and closer. As I went ahead and started gutting the dash there, because I had to go ahead and get to that pedal. So she's a bit of a mess in here right now, but got to get to the clutch pedal. So I had to take the linkage out because it was a manual linkage clutch. Had to get all that junk out of there, and I'm getting ready to adapt it to a hydraulic clutch. So what I got to do too is, you can see the hole in the firewall there. So this truck has a line lock in it. Someone had put in at some point, and I actually kind of like that, so I'm going to keep that. But I'm going to reroute this line to the line lock. This is the one out of the line lock. Try to do a little neater job, and I'll get rid of those wires. And then I think that clutch master will sit right there. This is an old one. I'll show you guys here. It's kind of what it looks like. That's an old one I'm going to use as a template, but should work pretty good. And I'll get that clutch. I already got the slave, of course, and then I just got to plug that in, bleed it, and we should have a clutch. Oh, hey, good news too. Show you guys here. So my little trailer, I thought I had an air leak, and I definitely did have an air leak, but when I put it here, this thing has been sitting here. I'll show you guys. You can see it's been sitting here in the air. It's been like that for about 3-4 hours now. So it's definitely not the trailer. I think it's my plug to the truck where it connects there. So I'm happy about that. I'll just fix that. And I also think that because when I was putting my trailer away, I thought I felt a little air leak there. So it's where it plugs into the truck, so I can fix that, and hopefully we're good there. Because when I used this little trailer, I had to make sure it kept leaking just a little bit once in a while, so I had to pay attention to that. But that's what it is. Also, the other thing I wanted you guys to notice is my shirt. My family went ahead, got me a couple new shirts for Father's Day, so no more looking like a ragamuffin for this cat, except for I still look like a ragamuffin. But anyways, nice to have nice shirts here. But anyways, thanks to my wife and kids for that, and see you guys. I'll be out here to work tomorrow after work, so see you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, it's after work. I'm back out in the garage here, plugging away. What I'm doing right now is I'm just tidying up some little things. I made up battery cables, get this thing terminated, and I'm going to lower it down here. Like I say, I think I'm pretty much done under here, other than the clutch. I do have to route my clutch master cylinder and get that tidied up once I get that pedal in and stuff. And I also have to wire the pumps yet too. But I'm going to lower this truck down because I'm done under here for a little bit. I'm also waiting for they're going to be available tomorrow, but some O2 sensors. I'll have to plug them in later too. I'll get that interior tidied up, see if I can figure this clutch pedal out and stuff. And also, I think I'm going to also work on getting that ECU and little fuse panel and stuff all kind of mounted up in there. Get that as tidy as I can, so that when it's time to fire this thing up, that stuff will all be ready to run. So get this lowered down and get to work on it. All right, everyone, I want to show you a few things I've been doing here. Wiring. I ain't going to say I hate wiring, but I hate wiring. So, but anyways, I've gone ahead and just start tidying this stuff up. I got the wires from the ECU and the fuse panel there. I'll go show you that, tucked in over there. And I had to wire the relay. I'll show you a picture of that too. But I had to wire the relay different just because I'm going to, I'm just going to use the 87 and the 87A pin because I got to run both pumps, right? So I went ahead and ran the wires back to the pumps as well. Got them babies wired up. I got to just terminate them at the fuse panel and stuff. But you can kind of see here, I got the wiring in the panel, and this ECU is going to sit right there. This was cut before. I didn't cut this. Someone had put a stereo there. And the dash, I tried it. The dash covers all that. So that's real nice. And anyways, it worked out well. So that's looking good. I got my OBD2 plug. Will stick outside the ashtray there. And I can, get at that and stuff. So yeah, it's looking real good. I said I just got to do the wiring over there, get that plumbed in to power up everything. And we're looking good. Pumps. Yeah, and then I'll show you the one more thing I've been working on here too. Just over on the bench here. So I got this old master cylinder here. So then I remembered on the truck it had, so I got a little piece of chunk here, and the hole in that truck was square. So basically all that'll happen is now I just have to find out where to orientate that, and then it just locks in, and then it's locked in. That's how that goes. Well, it's kind of close. But anyways, so now I just have to turn that hole we talked about in the firewall, that little fella right there, just have to turn into that square to match that other piece. But I do have to take this line out and reroute it. That's for my little line lock, which I kind of like. It's hooked to the front. Works good for hooking up trailers and stuff, because if you know, when your back is light, the truck doesn't try to move and stuff. But anyway, seems to work good. So I kind of want to keep that. So I'll just reroute that hose, that one brake line, and square that hole up, and we should be good. I do have to hook up the throttle cable, but it's the same thing too. But yeah, so we're looking good. So I'll just keep on plugging away. All right, so I want to show you guys what I did there. Oh shoot, right here. Because anyways, I went ahead and copied it, made a little cardboard template based off of this, because this was a little sloppy and a little too big to get in there. But so I made a cardboard one quick, and then I used my handy little die grinder with a burr. It was no big deal. I just squared it off. You can see I squared it off and then ground it out. It looks a little weird with the insulation in there. Anyway, so then what happens is this baby plugs in like that, and then it snaps into place, and there you go. I'd block the sun here a bit, but yeah, looks pretty good there. And I just got to hook the rod up inside the hose and get some fluid flowing. Then we're in business clutch-wise. But yeah, so I'm going to take just a little break now. My nephew's got an old Can-Am dirt bike he wants me to try out, and I'm kind of interested in trying it out as well. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna rip over to his house and take this old dirt bike for a little rip. We're getting there. It's gonna go one day soon. Hey everyone. So unfortunately I didn't make it back last night, but I got carried away. It took a little longer than I anticipated and stuff, and then but anyways, that's also too, that's unfortunate, because I've reached my deadline here to get this this footage into my wife to get it edited. So yeah, so that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be back on this baby, and we'll get more done. You know, we'll get her finished up here. We're getting close. Got to get the intake, a little bit more stuff, but got to get, importantly, got to get the clutch, get that bled off, and finish a little bit of more wiring. Oh, and then the other thing is, I'm hoping for this next section here, hopefully my carpet and stuff, hopefully that stuff shows up, so then we can get that inside tidied up. But like I said, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.